lives one day at a time. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. They're here to get your day going fine. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. And here's your host, Miss Kim Robinson.
This is Apostle Designate Minister John E. Ross sending a shout out to Kimmy Kim on Elation Radio. Let's Talk to the Lord is a radio ministry that relates to today's society with a word, instruction, direction, and revelation from the Word of God.
What's up, family? It's me, Jerry Rose Live Worldwide from Positive Power Double XI, and you're listening to Elations Radio with Kimmy Kim.
This is Nikki with the Worthy Project, coming to you on behalf of Domestic Violence Awareness Month. The message for today is that it is not your fault. You are not responsible for another person's actions. Your abuser is not abusing you because you said the wrong thing, or you didn't cook dinner on time, or you wore the wrong dress, or you wore too much makeup. Your abuser abuses you because he wants to, because he feels that he can, and because he is not scared of the consequences. It is not your fault. You are worth more than what you are getting.
Come on, let's stand up on our feet.
Ask, and it shall be given to you. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and the door shall be open. Again, I repeat. Ask, and it shall be given to you. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and the door shall be open. That's one of the most known verses from my favorite book. And a lot of times when individuals, when we hear that verse, we are a bit perplexed. We see that verse as saying, you know, if we ask for something, then we just will get it, you know, and or if we see something, then we'll find it, and if we knock, then every door that we knock on will be open. But if you read that passage a little bit further, it's talking about good things. It's talking about asking for good things, seeking for good things, knocking for good things, and it's also saying that you will receive those things if they're meant for you, and if they're good things that you've worked on. And it's just like if my kids, you know, my two sons and my daughter, if they ask from me that's not good for them or that's going to be harmful for them, then obviously I'm not going to give it to them. This is Khadevis Robinson, and this is the Khadevis Robinson Challenge. And today I'm going to be speaking about asking, seeking, and knocking. You see, sometimes we look at those verses and we look at scriptures from our favorite books, and we look at different motivational things and things in life, and we think that it's just going to be easy. We think that if only we do the mere minimal that we will succeed. And sometimes that's not the case. You see, ask, seek, and find is not as simple as it may sound. Ask, seek, and find has other parts to it. Ask, seek, and find is giving you somewhat of the starting point of a blueprint, and that starting point is action. You see, ask, seeking, and finding is more than just sitting around and complaining. Ask, seeking, and finding is more than just doing one of those and leaving out the others. You see, you ask and sitting around is not, maybe that's not going to always be enough. Ask and seeking, well, that's doing two parts of the equation, because you're asking and then you're going and you're looking for it, because you know that just by asking, it might not just come to you. You still got to go out and look for it. And then knocking, meaning that you're being extremely proactive. But then there's a part in there that I think we have to really take into account, and that's having the belief and faith. Because think about it. If you don't believe and have faith, are you going to really go out and seek whatever it is you're trying to get or accomplish? Are you really going to knock? If you go to someone, if you're walking and you're trying to get somewhere and you go to a house and you don't believe no one's in there, you're probably not going to knock. If there's nobody in there, why not? I mean, it'd always be silly, right? So you have to have some type of confidence that something's behind that door that you're going to be knocking on, right? And so if you don't have the belief in the faith, you're probably not going to, ask. You're definitely not going to, B, seek. And if you're not asking and seeking, then obviously then you're not going to see, you're not going to knock. And so the thing is, you got to start with that one thing is belief and faith. And that belief and faith is not one of those things that I think a lot of people throw around very lightly, meaning, I believe and I have faith, and as if it's just like a boogeyman type faith. Like, I just know that it's just going to work out because, no, that's not, that's, people say blind faith is good, and blind faith is good, but the faith I'm talking about is the faith that you have because you've had the results and the successes before. Maybe not in that particular department, or maybe not that particular situation, but hey, you're still here right now, so evidently things have had to work for you in a certain way to be at this point right now. And so you have faith because you know that through all the hardships, through all the challenges that you've gone through your life, and through some of the other things that maybe you have asked for, and some of the other things you've seeked, and some of the other things that you've knocked for, you have received them. So your faith is based upon reality. Your faith is based upon a promise that has been made and that has been fulfilled, right? And so having that real, true faith, not the faith that you just throw around and say, oh, yeah, I got my faith is strong. No, faith is strong because it's been strengthened through life, through your actions, through you. There's a statement that says, jump and grow your wings on the way down. You have faith because in your life you've had situations in which you've had to jump and grow your wings on the way down, and you did that. So now you have faith to come up again and say, I'm going to knock on this door because I have faith that someone's behind the door and that door will be open. And so my challenge is this. My challenge is that a lot of people who've lost faith or belief, they stop asking. They're complaining, they're crying, they're moaning, they're doing all these other things, but they simply stop asking. Others still ask, but they don't seek. They're sitting around asking, they're thinking it's going to come to them. I preference that it says that, closed mouths don't get fed, but squeaky tires get oil. What does that mean? It means, if you're just sitting around not doing nothing, then the odds of something happening is, slim to none. So some people are asking and saying, I really, please help me, please let me have this. Can I? And they're asking, but they're not going out and doing anything. They're asking, just thinking it's supposed to just magically show up in their lives for whatever reason. And it can happen that way, and maybe it has happened that way, but I think when we really think about the way that this thing is set up, it might take a little bit more than just asking and not doing anything else. So some are just asking and not seeking. Some are just seeking without asking. And some are knocking without asking and seeking. And some are asking and seeking but not knocking. It's an important thing to understand that even though you can have success without doing all three, your odds of success probably gets a little bit higher when you're doing all three. Because you can ask for something And it just might be that in the environment that you're in right now, that's something you're asking for is not fair. I mean, if you're asking to catch 20 fish and you're not anywhere near water, I mean, like, yeah, you probably could get 20 fish, but you got to go fishing. You got to go to the water somewhere and see and get 20 fishes, you know. And once you ask and you go seek and you go to the ocean, you go to the water, well, you still got to fish. You still got to knock. You got to touch and do something. You can't just look around. You can't say, oh, you know what, I want to be a fisherman. I want to be the best fisherman in the world. I want to catch as many fish as everything. Can you, please, God, please, whatever, please, somebody, help me catch as many fish. Can I be the best fisherman in the world, right? And then you go, okay, well, you know what, I'm in the desert, so this might not be the best place to do this. Let me go find a place that has water, that has fishing. And you go around, you find this area where it's a lot of water, it's a lot of probably in that water. And now you're in the right environment. You went out and, you know, sought the right environment to become the best fisherman in the world. But now you still got to knock. You still got to go out there and try to get the fish. You still got to do your part. You know, in one of my books, one of my favorite statements states that God will give you victory in the battle, but God won't fight the battle for you. That's strong. Because we feel confident in saying God's going to give me this victory, and the notion is, you know, I'm not have to do anything. God's going to win this victory. God can't lose, and God's going to win this victory for me. God's going to make all this happen, you know, and I don't really have to do nothing. No, God will give you victory in the battle, and yet it's possible that God might not have to fight the battle for you. And what that means is you still got to fight. You're going to you'll get the victory. But you still got to do your part, because if not, then what are you doing? What living are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like how are you going to learn from that? How are you going to grow from that? How's your test going to become your testimony? How's your message going to become your message? You know, why are you living if it's just a matter of having faith and just praying and just waiting for everything to work out perfectly for you? So as I was sitting here today, I was thinking about the ask, seek, and knock, because, you know, obviously we all have these different goals and things that we have in our lives. And most of us talk a good game, especially you go to Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I mean, I'm on those things, and we have all this stuff about what we truly believe and how we live in our lives and how things are so great and what we're going to do here and there. And so, but are we truly asking? You know, asking in full effect. Are we truly seeking? And are we really knocking? You know, when I was a kid, I'll be at the house and somebody come knock on the door, and typically when someone would knock really, really loud, and it would be like, my parents would be like, who knocking on the door like it's a police officer? You know, knocking all hard and stuff, scaring you when they knock on the door, you know, because they knocking so loud and so hard. You know, knocking with the purpose. Somebody needs to answer this door, whereas you have other people who barely knock, you can't even hear them, and then next thing you know, they've been standing up there like, I've been knocking for them. You've been knocking, we can't even hear you knocking. Not as if you think somebody in here, you want somebody to come out to the door. And that's how you boom, 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 boom. Then you go, man, what the hell are you? I wanted to make sure y'all heard me that I'm out here. That's how you want to knock, and that's a figurative. You know, it's not literal. Knocking could be anything. It could be an action that brings attention, that gets someone's attention, that gets some type of attention to say that I'm here and I'm trying to come and get what I asked for, and I'm seeking it, and I'm here to get it. But we don't do that. A lot of us, we would rather sit back and complain. We would rather wish, hope. And there's nothing wrong with wishing. There's nothing wrong with hoping. And obviously prayer is awesome. But most people would rather wish, hope, and pray than to do. And my challenge is for you to ask, seek, and knock this week. Just pick one goal. And here's the caveat. I'll just tell you right now. It doesn't mean you're going to, you know, receive it. Because if it's not meant for you, then, hey, you know, I can ask for all sorts of, just like my kids, you know, a while ago, my daughter just came here and she asked me for something. She's not supposed to get any more sweets. And we told her, we don't have a TV. We have a TV. We don't have like TV stations and stuff. We have Amazon and Netflix. And so we'll tell our daughter, you have to read a book. She's 3. You have to read a book, and you can't watch, TV until you read, So my wife left, and then my daughter came here and thought she was, she's like, she's trying to get something sweet. I'm like, no, you cannot get anything sweet because that's just kind of what we are. She's had enough sweets for today. So just because you ask for something, and you might not even be asking for something that's bad. You might not even be asking for something that's wrong. It might just be, you know what? You've had enough for now. That's it. That's all that I'm wanting to give you at this moment. And that's fine. Just because you don't receive something, just because you don't get anything, or not going to get anything, don't mean you're not supposed to ask. Asking can give you a yes or no answer, and that's all right. At least you have an answer. And then when you're seeking stuff, sometimes you're seeking stuff and you might not find it. Now the book says, seeking you shall find, but again, there's a caveat to that. You have to be seeking the right thing, because you can seek and you'll find. You might find the wrong thing, and you'll be wondering, well, I was seeking it. Yeah, but you were seeking the wrong thing. I didn't find. Yeah, you did find it. You found the wrong thing. You were seeking the wrong thing. You're saying you didn't find that because the way you was looking, you wasn't seeking with faith. You didn't ask. You wasn't clear when you asked, and then when you seek, you didn't knock. So yeah, you asked and you seek and you didn't knock, and you just waited, and something else came to you, and you was wondering what was going on. No, you have to knock. You can't say you really want to date this one girl and she's going to be at this party, at this the dance or whatever, and here you are, and you I really want to like this girl, but I know I can't. You hyping yourself up, you pray about it, whatever situation may be. You go to the party, and she's at the party, and you don't even ask her for it. Dance, right? And here you are, you're like, why didn't I? You know what? I got to dance with everybody else, but I ain't just dance with her. Well, hey, You asked and you seek, but you didn't go there and you did not. So yeah, maybe you got a dance, maybe you didn't get a dance, but either way, you didn't get the dance with the person you want. And even if you asked and you seek and you went and you asked her for a dance and she said no, does that really mean that you couldn't get a dance? No, you gonna ask for one time to get a dance. Most people gotta say no before they say yeah anyway. And, so it's like, okay, you asked her one time, if you really want to dance, what do you want to ask? Like, can I, I know you don't really want to dance with me, but, man, I came all the way to this party to get a dance with you. She might say no again. But are you just going to give up on a dance with somebody that said no 2 times? Nah. So you go back and you ask for, but it's nice when it be over. I'm tired of bugging you. Can a brother get a dance? And if she says no, then maybe it wasn't meant for you. I have a statement that says, I don't believe God's going to give me anything that was meant for someone else, and I don't believe God's going to give someone else something that was meant for me. But I have to do my part. So this week, the challenge is for you to ask, seek, and knock. And if you can, just let me know how that works out for you. This has been Khadevis Robinson. This is the Khadevis Robinson Challenge. And once again, I holler.
Lord, I just want to say thank you for sending your son down to die for my sins. Even though I messed up and I get it wrong, you love me unconditionally. So here I am, all I have is you, a sinner saved by grace, but is that really true? Cause I'm still feeling love for what I used to do, and I don't feel a change, but my heart yearns for you. I don't feel complete, even when it's going right. When I'm missing you, Lord, please come into my life. Loving you the real test, not to love you to get blessed. And yes, I know that you the best. So here I am to worship, sacrifice my life so you can work it. How you see fit for your glory is worth it. Everything else can take a backseat. Running to your throne for your mercy like it tracked me. Why you have to ask me? I don't understand. Without you, Lord, how can I be a real man? I ain't gon' try. I give you all of me, Lord, and ride till I die. Put my knees to the floor.
To worship. Here I am to bow down. Here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. Here I am to worship.
So here I am, all I have is me. Still to this day, it feel make-believe. Why would you save me? I stoned you to death. I made you bleed on your cross to your last breath. Lord, was I really worth it? Cause apart from you, my life is all worthless. Ain't no point in working, cause it's all in vain. Without a real purpose, I really need to change. I don't know how, it's amazing that you even called me. Lord, I'm in RC, my struggles still haunt me. Random women every night, just to feel wanted. To feel like a man, cause my daddy didn't want me. And a past pain, addicted to Mary Jane. Father on cocaine, money down the drain. Baby mama drama, got me going insane. I know I've been redeemed, but I don't feel a change.
Here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. Here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me.
I'm paying homage to you, Father, that's my only option. After you ripped the veil and gave me the gospel, so I could see the truth, so I could walk with you. And that's the greatest thing that anyone can ever do. You really saved my life when I was worst at it, an addict on any level for pleasure, pain, and passion. I could never grasp it, cause it's never lasting. But Lord, you everlasting. I burn my flesh to ashes so I can walk with you. Your love is unconditional. So even though I struggle with my past, you still see me through. Sometimes I get it wrong, I fail plenty times, but I get back up and I ride. Your son lived and died for my eternal life. So now I'm still tight. God inside, you give me light. Now I'm saying I will fight. All my pain, hurt, and my struggles in my past life. Lord, you wipe away my tears every night.
Here I am to worship, here I am to bow down.